What is going on, guys? My name is ggforgoblinguide. Today we're gonna play Big Red in Pioneer. Well, almost Big Red. So this is a Big Red core, like the base of the deck is Big Red. But I did add some new spells that I wanted to try out today. So this is like a little brew that I did. So pretty much the new cards that we have is Snow-Covered Mountains, Frostbite, Tundra Fumarole, and Toralf, God of Fury. So the rest of the deck is pretty straightforward. You know what Big Red is, like Soul-Scar Mage, Wall Slash, Lightning Strike, Eidolon, Chainwhirlers, Bonecrusher, Torbran, and Chandra. Pretty straightforward. So we have Snow Covered to play Frostbite, which is a pretty good burn spell if you're like a more, you want to kill like everything deck. It's not a super aggressive deck, this deck. It rather, I would want to go longer games. So that's why I have like a lot of big finishers. So why would I play a burn spell that does not go face? The reason is Toralf helps you with that. So Frostbite deals 3 damage if you have 3 snow-covered permanents. We have a lot of mountains, so that's fine. Or 2 to a creature or planeswalker. If you don't have any snow-covered permanents, it only deals 2. And Tundra Fumarole deals 4 damage to creature or planeswalker. And if you have snow permanents to cast the card, you have a colorless for each one. So most of the time you're gonna have like 3 or 2 because we have some Ramunap Ruins to finish up some games. I still think Ramunap Ruins is really important in this kind of deck. So why do we have burn spell that do not go face? Well, Toralf helps you a lot with that. Every time you deal excess damage to a creature or planeswalker, you can take the excess non-combat damage, and deal it to another creature or planeswalker, or even to their face, so any target. So it's really cool because if you have your Toralf in play, you can deal 4 damage to a 3/3, and you have still 1 excess damage, even if this spell does not go face. So, but even with that, we have like Wall Slash to go face, Lightning Strike, because you're not always going to have your Toralf. So Toralf is also very, very good with Torbran. Torbran does 2 more damage to a red source, so Toralf is considered red source. So let's say you have a Frostbite, you have Toralf and Torbran on battlefield. So let's say you did turn 4 Toralf, turn 5 Torbran plus Frostbite, and then it deals 5 damage to a creature. So let's say the creature has a 3 toughness. It's going to be 2 excess damage. So plus the excess damage is a red source, so it's gonna add 2 to the excess. You have 4 that you can redirect. Let's say you put it on 2/2, it deals 2 excess damage. You have 4 that you can redirect. You put it on 1/1, you have 3, so 5 that you can redirect, and so on. So if your opponent has a big board with creatures that has like 3 or even 4 toughness, it's fine, or less, you can pretty much clear all of their board and even planeswalkers, and then with the excess you can go face. It's only 1 burn spell. So it's a really good deck for creature matchups. Of course, against like control and Yorion decks, it's not that great, but it's just a really cool deck that I wanted to try out. Also, you can use sometime Toralf's Hammer, but it's really, really expensive. You have pretty much to use 6 mana to deal 3 damage, but sometimes it can become relevant. So I did like 1 league before this video, just wanted to do some playtesting. And I'm really, really sad that I didn't record it. I actually had Torbran with Toralf, and I did a Wild Slash to a elf player. And he had 7 elves on the battlefield, and I cleared everything, and then I did 7 damage face. That was really crazy. My opponent was like, wow, okay, that's messed up. That's really good synergy with Torbran. So, of course, it's pretty clunky, and even you could say it's a win more deck because this costs 4, this costs 4, you need to have a burn spell, but it's really just for fun. And if you have suggestions for the deck, like maybe some things to change or add to the deck, definitely let me know in the comment section below. I really enjoyed playing this deck, so I might be playing another league if you enjoy this deck. So what do we have for sideboard? We have 4 Vortex to beat those Fires of Invention deck. Really hard matchup. Burning Earth for land strategies that are greedy, don't have basics. For Combustion, because Burn is a really hard matchup, even if you have a lot of creature removal, there are burn spells, you cannot do anything about it, so it just goes to your face. So Leyline of Combustion helps you a lot to have a clock. So if you have one on the battlefield, they deal 3 to you, but then you deal 2 to them. So eventually they could like kill themselves if they go too far with their burn spells. And if you have 2 Leyline of Combustion, it's just really hard for them to win. After that, we have 1 extra more Chandra, 2 in the main, 2 extra Frostbites for creature matchups, and 2 Soul-Scar Lantern if we face some kind of Kroxa decks or like land graveyard strategy decks, even though I know since its Oops All spells got banned, there are not a lot of them in the metagame. That's pretty much it for the list. Like I said, definitely let me know if you want, like, if you think that I should change some things. It's like, I'm not making a lot of brew in Magic, so I just wanted to try this today because I really like the big red archetype in Pioneer. So if you want to support the channel, also definitely put a little thumbs up if you like this type of deck, and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to talk list with me, go into our Discord server, say in the Pioneer section, this list sucks or this list is great. And if you want to support me a little more, I have a Patreon. Thank you for all my Patreon helping me buying better equipment for you guys. And I also have a TCG Player affiliate program. If you want to buy this deck in paper, I get a little kickback from that. Also, the video we're going to see was recorded on my Twitch. So if you want to see me play games live, definitely go on my Twitch and make a little follow. Greatly appreciated. So that's pretty much it for the list. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into the video. All right, here we are in round number 1. We're on the play. That's good. Opponent's a low-risk deck, so it could be Burn, Urzov. Really hope it's not Burn because we don't have a great matchup against Burn. We have 4 lands, which is typically the number of lands we want in a game. Having 4 in our main, in our hand may not be that great, but I think I'm still going to keep. I have a way to kill a creature, a Bonecrusher Giant to just put some pressure on the battlefield, and a Chandra to finish up the game. Hey, how's it going? How are you doing today? Alright, so we're playing against Burn, so we don't really like that. Burn is a pretty bad matchup, honestly, for this deck. We don't have a lot in our sideboard to beat that. Like, our only card in our sideboard that is good against Burn is like our Leyline of Combustion. Leyline of Combustion are there to beat the Burn deck, and discard spell decks with a lot of removal and stuff. Just gonna play Chainwhirler and hope we can try to just like outvalue them before they kill us. Sure, so my opponent looks like they only have 1 land, so we might be good here. I'm just gonna slam my Chandra and plus and pass turn. Just need my opponent not to draw their second land. Okay, light up the stage into Line Wizard's Lightning is pretty rough. They target my Chandra. Alright, so let's start off by plussing with Chandra. Spikefield Hazard. You know what? I'm going to cast it on the Gitu Lava Runner, and then I'm going to play Chainwhirler, kill a Lava Runner, pass turn. Okay, you have never played Pioneer ever? I think Pioneer is going to be more fun because of the ban of Oops All spells. I didn't really like the deck. So let's just plus with Chandra again. We got a snow-covered mountain. Play the Eidolon, pass turn. So we're getting there. My opponent has a really slow hand, I guess, and they just concede. So it's really, really good to win game 1 against Burn, because, like I said, it's a pretty hard matchup usually. So I'm gonna bring 2 Frostbites 4 Leyline of Combustion. And I'm going to cut some Eidolons, especially on the draw. It's really bad. I'm going to cut... Unfortunately, Toralf is not really for this kind of matchup. Most of the time, it's going to be too slow, and you can get just chained to the rock. I think I'm going to like just keep one though, because it could get like just a 5-4. My opponent has to use double burn spell to kill it. I guess I could cut the Tundra Fumarole. They might be a bit too slow for this matchup. So I guess I could bring in back the Toralf. Like, I have a lot of removal in this deck. The goal of this deck is just to beat all the creature decks, pretty much. And Tundra Fumarole is there for Planeswalkers and bigger creatures. I don't think against the burn matchup we're gonna need that. Also, I could have brought it in Soul-Scar Lantern for Luris, but I think most of the time it's gonna be too slow. I'd rather have like just burn spells to kill my opponent's creatures. And I'm going to keep, I have at least one Leyline, so every time my opponent is going to target my creatures or me, they're going to take 2. Okay. Let's just frostbite this and pass turn. Swiss Spear, Soul-Scar Mage, sure. Once again, I'm going to kill the Soul-Scar Mage. I'm casting my main phase card, just don't want to play against around like shenanigans of them having a lot of spells protecting their creatures. I'm killing the wizard in this instance because they need wizards in their deck. Borstrom light up the stage, but they don't have a white source. I'm going to play Soul-Scar Mage and Wild Slash, Swiss Spear, and pass turn. Once again, I think this one maybe I should have waited because I had the Soul-Scar Mage into play. So, alright, so they're going to Borstrom and light up the stage. They take 2. Into Lava Runner and Light. Not that good for them. I think I'm gonna take 3 here. Just gonna play a blocker, and at the same time, it's gonna put the Swiss Spear to a 0-1, so less of a threat. Next turn, probably just gonna play the Light on the Combustion. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. Probably like 3 burn spells. Okay, down to 7. Okay, Spikefield Hazard is pretty good. Do I just want to slam the Leyline of Combustion though? I think I do, because like I could kill this with the Hazard, but I think I have to just protect myself. Not really protecting myself with this, but it's just if they want to target me with burn spells, they're gonna take 4. Luris into the hand, sure. Okay. Kind of in a bad spot here. They could just play Luris and start getting back their creatures. Do I want to put some pressure? Can't really put on some pressure, unfortunately. My opponent's just like going to chomp and play the Lurrus and getting back. I think I have to pass again. I'm hoping next turn I could draw like a way to remove the Lurrus. Soul-Scar Mage, sure. I think I should have, I think they would, maybe they did a mistake there. Unless they have a Lightning Bolt, they could have attacked with this and bring it back. Alright, Bonecrusher is a really nice draw. So I think I'm just gonna kill the Lurrus. Hey, what's up? How are you doing? Alright, so next turn, let's say they have 2 burn spells. We're just dead. Well, it doesn't really matter. We just have to hope they don't have it, I guess. So let's just pass turn. At this point, we have to hope like they whiff on burn spells, because we're just really low. Boros Charm, they take 4. And another burn spell. Yep, we're dead. Alright. Fortunate there. But like I said, burn is a pretty hard matchup. Alright, so let's go to game 3. I think I don't want Eidolon even on the play. Yeah. It's rough, because Eidolon a lot of the time is not gonna help me, because we're less aggressive than them. Okay, so yeah, that's a keep. We don't have Leyline of Combustion, fortunately, but fine. Opponent, hello. I think I'm just gonna play the Hazard, tapped. Like they only have one creature that has 1 toughness in their deck, and we have a lot of burn spells in hand, so I think we're fine. Once again, let's stomp before they untap. So Spear. Yes, they had like a light up the stage. Yep. Into 2 lines, which is not that good. Alright, so let's just stomp the Swiss Spear past turn. We have Wild Slash. Next turn, I'm probably gonna slam the Toralf. Or just a Bonecrusher. Yep. Boros Charm. Alright. Down to 15. Oh wow, Torbran is really good. So let's just play Toralf past turn. So now, if next turn we draw a 1 mana burn spell and our Toralf survives, we can do some good shenanigans with our creatures. Or we could just like slam our Bonecrushers. Okay, so I'm gonna let that through. My creature is a lot more valuable than their creature. No burn spell. It's not the end of the world. Let's play a Torbran. Get in there for 7. Lightning Strike, sure. There is a solid chance that we're not dead here, so I think we're in a good spot. Yep. Yep. Force Charm, sure. Force Charm is pretty annoying because it's like we're exactly at 7, so... Come on, Burn Spell. Oh wow, nice. So we're gonna see the interaction with Toralf and Torbran, what happens. We're gonna target them. Sorry, they're a Lava Runner. So our Lightning Strike did 5 damage. But then the redirection of the spell from Toralf. So we had, since they have a 2 toughness creature, Lightning Strike deals 5. We have 3 excess damage. But then the excess damage is also a red source, so we can go face afterwards and deal 5 damage face. So if your opponent has a lot of creatures and you have Torbran and Toralf on the battlefield, you can kill all their creatures almost if they are not too big, and then go like for a huge amount of burn in the face. So that's the interaction between both. So of course it's a really difficult like to get them both on the battlefield because they cost 4. But if you manage to have turn 4, pretty much the goal is to do turn 4 Toralf into turn 5 land Torbran plus a 1 mana burn spell. Pretty happy we were able to beat Burn. Yeah, I actually, this is my list. This is my brew. I tried to find a list where Toralf and Gimli, not Gimli, Torbran are together. I didn't find any, so I wanted to try it out, and the interaction is really cool. So we have a lot of lands and some removal against a Yorion deck. I think I'm gonna mull. That's better. Just gonna put the Hazard to the bottom. Yeah. They're probably on Jeskai Fire. Yeah, for sure I can put it in the Discord. It's a nice draw. So this is a pretty hard matchup, so that's why I have 4 Roiling Vortex in my sideboard. You'll see that my sideboard is pretty straightforward, having 4 Vortex, 4 Leyline of Combustion. It's pretty much to beat our hard matchups. Because our other matchups like Spirits or Mono Green are pretty good since they have a lot of creatures. Yep. So it's not just Sky, I think it's just 5 color. So once again, this is a pretty hard matchup in game one because we have so many deck draws and we're not a super aggressive deck, so they can just play their Yorion and most of the time they're gonna win. Yep, Fire's Invention into board clear. Nope, Chain to the Rocks, okay. Okay, Toralf, let's get in for 2. I think I'm just gonna play my Toralf. I'm not gonna play the Hammer. The Hammer, if you don't know what it does, it's 2 mana. You have to equip it to a creature, and then you can untouch, and it deals 3 damage where you want, and you get the hammer back into your hand. So it's pretty much 6 mana to do a lightning bolt. So most of the time you just want to play Toralf on its front side, but it's pretty much you're gonna play Toralf's hammer if you have both. If you draw double Toralf, you're just gonna play the hammer. And one time because I did like some playtesting before this live, I actually had like 8 mana, so I could do every turn I could do a lightning bolt and put it back on the battlefield, so it was not that bad. My opponent can swipe the Chain to the Rocks with a Toralf, which is annoying. Mm-hmm. Okay. We're in a bad spot. Let's just pass turn for now. Okay, that's pretty good. So we can attack with everyone, and then if they block, we can kill the Yorion. We get in for 5, and my opponent has no Yorion. 4 cards in hand though, so and I'm guessing they have like some kind of board clear in their deck. They usually do. All right, Kenrith is really hard to beat. Yeah, they can do a lot of stuff. Okay, so once again, we're gonna do the same thing. Attack with everyone. So they have 1, 2 green source. So they can put 1/1/1 counter. I guess we do it. We're gonna force them to do it, and we're gonna save our Soul-Scar Mage. Oh no, actually there was a mistake. It is gonna become a 3/3. But we get in for 4, so I guess it's fine. Yep. Really, I think it's gonna be rough to win because they can like just gain 5 life end of turn. We just have to kill this by top decking another burn spell. Because now they can gain 10 life a turn. Okay. Path to the World Tree. They're playing the World Tree? Wow, okay. You gain 2 life and draw 2 cards. Target opponent loses 2 life, deals 2 damage to up to 1 creature. You create a 2/2 bear. Okay. Alright. So once again, we're in bad spots here. We just concede. They can just do whatever they want. It's only 1 green. Oh, 2 mana to put it. Yes. Yeah, they just have too much mana, honestly. I think I'm just gonna concede. I can't do much. Fenris is just that good. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna bring Burning Earth, Roiling Vortex. Burning Earth is not that great when they have the fires on the battlefield. But if you have a Roiling Vortex and a Burning Earth, like they have to choose between taking 5 or tapping their mana, so they're being locked from not taking damage. I think it's fine having both. We're gonna bring one more Chandra. We're gonna cut Wild Slash, Frostbite, and one Lightning Strike. Yep. Even with all of this, it's pretty rough. It's not a great matchup. Mm-hmm. Ta-ta. While we're waiting, I'm just gonna grab a glass of water. Okay, never mind. When I'm saying this, opponent is ready. Okay, so yeah, that's not too bad. I'm gonna keep. I really hope I can draw like a Rolling Vortex now. Nope. Okay, so let's just check for one. I don't really need the Spikefield Hazard, so I'm just gonna play it as a line and pass. That way we have our 4th line for sure. Sure. Pretty dead draw. This is like one of our worst cards in our deck currently. But it's not that bad later on the game. So now every time my opponent taps their lands, they're gonna take 1. Really hope they don't have the invention like now. Yep. And we draw another line. I'm not drawing well. It's either land or just our worst cards. Now they're gonna have the fire, I guess. Yep. So now we would love to see Roiling Vortex on top. Okay. Another land, but unfortunate. I'm gonna let that live. Just gonna use my desert. So really unfortunate that we drew that much dead cards. Yep. I think we just lose now. Yep. I'm not sure if gaining 5 life is the right play, because let's say we had a Wild Slash, we could be able to kill it. Because they only have 1 green, they tap the other one. So I think they should have waited, and they can do that at instant speed as well. So small misstep, but I don't think it's gonna matter in the end. Alright, so let's go to our 3rd round. Rough matchup, rough draws. Why do you think it's the worst card type in MTG? Do you mean like not fun, or just power level not good? Honestly, yeah. Yeah, it's still around. It's quite hard if you don't get the Roiling Vortex to beat, because you have so much dead cards. But honestly, the sagas, I think I really didn't like them when we first saw them in Dominaria. Like, most of them were pretty bad. But I think in Kaldheim, just as standard power level, I think there are quite some, like, some of them are pretty powerful. But I do agree that it's not my favorite cards in Magic. I don't really like enchantments like those. We do have a lot of burn spells, kill creatures. So if my opponent's playing a creature deck, this hand is pretty good. I think I'm still gonna keep, because we have 3 lands and a Bonecrusher, so Even if my opponent's not playing a heavy creature deck, they're playing Planeswalkers, we have this, and we have a Crusher if we need it. Alright, Blood Control. Or maybe Spirits. I'm not sure if it's Spirits yet, so I think I'm just gonna pass. Rather than like main phase Stump. I really hope it's Spirits, because Spirits is like one of our best matchup. Nice. It's really, really a good matchup usually. Because we have like a million removal spell. I think I'm just gonna play the Chainwhirler. I know they have like a lot of one toughness creatures, but just I want to put some pressure on the battlefield and clear the creatures with my burn spells. Yep. Yep. Land. Nice. So now we can go Fumarole this. Stomp this. And attack for 3. And we still have 2 burn spells. Opponent just passes the turn. Sure, so I'm just gonna start by attacking for 3. I'm gonna try to play my Bonecrusher. Yeah, they're really in trouble here. We're just gonna kill it. And we're gonna stomp. Nah, just Bonecrusher. Put even more pressure on the battlefield. This card is actually pretty good with our mana base. 1 mana to deal 3 is pretty powerful in Pioneer. So they have to tap 2 untap spirits. Sure. Wall slash. I wasn't going to lightning strike the other one, but we have an extra lightning strike, so I think we're fine. Yeah, my opponent just concedes. Yeah, we use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have a 7 burn spell in our. Like, we have so many burn to kill the creatures. It's almost not fair. They need to have like a super, like a lord, we don't kill it, another spell queller. They need to have like a lot of disruption to stop us. So against this matchup, bringing 2 Frostbite on the draw, I think I'm gonna cut the Eidolons and probably 1 Chandra, because it can kill a creature. 1 Eidolon back, and let's go like that. Wow, that's a very good hand. We have 4 points of burn in our hand. Oh no. No. Oh no! Okay, this is a way they can beat us. Us mulliganing to the 4. Yes, we're gonna keep those. Hope we can top deck, but usually I think we just lose here. We just don't have enough cards. At least we won game 1, so might be still good. Okay. Yeah, that was rough. And I have a lot of lands in my deck too, because I have so many cards that cost like a lot of mana for and stuff. This deck needs a lot of mana to play well, so I have 23 lands, and I was thinking about adding a 24th one. Yep. Bonecrusher would be great here. Sure. Right now we're just slowing them, so at least they don't do much. We don't do much. We're still even, but they have 4 cards in their hand, and we have only 3 lines. Which, like I said, we need 4 lines to function well. Do you have a Queller opponent? I think they might have a Queller, and even though I want to play this, I have to use my cards as like stretch the value of my cards. Trying to kill like at least 1 creature with this would be good. Have to wait. My opponent is waiting also, so not doing anything is fine with me. Because eventually we're gonna draw our lands, we're gonna draw our big cards, and we're gonna be able to come back. Yep. So I'm gonna try to hazard that. Do you have another one? Okay. That's fine. I don't really care about that because we have a Chainwhirler in hand, so for like maybe for 1 more Spikefield Hazard. Right now we have 2 Spikefield Hazards in our deck. Maybe I could add a 3rd one for maybe like in our 4th drop, cut 1 of them, so cut 1 Toralf or cut 1 Chandra. But I think 3 Toralf might not be like the right number, but I just wanted to try it, so I added an extra one. We have 3, but I think 2 might be fine. I think my opponent might not have a Queller here, or they just don't care about the Soul-Scar Mage. I think I'm just gonna try to slam the Chainwhirler, hope it works. Really hope it works. Okay, it's really weird that they were thinking about not countering this. So now we're really in trouble if they have a Lord or another Queller, or a way to protect the spell Queller. I think Frostbite would be a great draw here. Soul-Scar Mage. We try to Lightning Strike now. Guess I try it. Once again, I'm a bit in desperate mode here. My opponent has a lot more cards than me, so I kind of have to try things, even though it's not the best way to play them. Okay. So we have Lightning Strike on top. My opponent's down to 1 card. There's this past turn. So if we manage to get our Chainwhirler back with our Lightning Strike, I think we could make a comeback. But if my opponent has another counter spell, I think this game is over. Yeah, it does work, so it has a Chainwhirler. And it does work as well, so we kill this. Wow, okay. We can maybe make a small comeback. On is down to 2 cards. But we're at 7, so... Okay. Okay. Um... Hmm. Most of the time, I would play Toralf just as a creature, but I think now it's the time to play it as a hammer. Even though we're not going to be able to kill a creature this turn, next turn we're going to be able to kill one of their flyers. So I think I'm going to attack for 3 here. Try to put a little clock on their life total. Down to 12. Yep, down to 5. That's a great draw. Really, really good draw. So I think first of all, I'm going to try to stomp this. Because if they have a Quiller, we can kill this and then swing. They just have a counter spell. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no. It's unless you pay 1. So even if we had another land, we could actually kill this and cast this by paying 1 more. Fortunate. So yeah, let's just attack for 3. And pass turn. Oh, they block. Okay. Okay, so let's try to Thor this guy. Oh, okay. They just concede like that. All right. So, like I said, the Toralf's hammer, not Thor hammer. Most of the time, it's way too much mana, but sometimes there are gonna be situations where you can cast it and it's fine. Like in top deck mode, both of your top deck mode, it gives some value even though it costs a lot of mana. Wanna pay the 1 with the 2 lines open? No, it was actually a 4 because the situation was they played Lofty Denial, which does if you have a flying creature, you have to pay 4. If you don't have flying creature, you have to pay 1. But then, if in response I kill their only flyer, I still have to pay 1, and I had only 2 mana left, so I couldn't pay 4, I couldn't pay 1, so I just had to let it resolve. Okay, we're on the draw. Right, that's not a great hand. We don't have... Like, if my opponent's playing control deck, this is pretty bad. Because these are really good. Like, I'd rather have only one Chainwhirler, usually. Maybe I could cut, like, one Chainwhirler, but if you have a Torbran with a Chainwhirler, it's just so good. Okay, never mind. Chainwhirler is great. We want all the Chainwhirlers against Mono Green. Alright, please don't have a crazy opponent. Alright, they're gonna be a 3 cost. Which one though? Stomp, sure. Oh, that's fine. Play all of the elves that you want. Play all of them. So if my opponent just plays Bonecrusher, it's fine, but if they have like a big drop, we might be in trouble. Just attack with them. Yep, nice. Oh, attack for 2. So they have like just a third line and they're gonna play Bonecrusher. Oh, Claudus. Alright, Claudus is pretty annoying. But we can beat it. Alright, so Chainwhirler through your board, pass turn. Okay. Let's just play Toralf. Next turn, they're going to get in for 5. But that's fine, I guess. Our god vs their god. The battle of the gods. I think the Claudus is going to kill us, honestly. Like, we have almost the same board, but Claudus is just really huge. Okay, they just kill my god. They don't even want to play their Crusher. Sure. Alright, so let's just play Chainwhirler, pass turn. Hmm, that's rough. They don't attack. Interesting. Okay. I think I played wrong there. No, actually, that's fine. Really interesting that my opponent hasn't played Bonecrusher. They just... Yep. Are they gonna attack for 4? For 5? Honestly, like they just need to attack once and we're in huge trouble. Yep. Okay. So we stomp this, we play Chainwhirler, hope they don't have a burn spell. That's pretty much it. Because we're gonna be down to 1. We might win this game on 1 life. So they just need to draw a burn spell when we're dead, but if they don't have it, we might have a chance. Come on, no burn spell. Come on, no burn spell. No burn spell. And even if they have like a big creature... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my god, they just made the made us wait. They just had it. So next turn we would have drawn a land. So we could have done, let's say they just add a blocker. They could double block 3. Yeah, they needed to, I needed them to not have a blocker or a burn spell. Okay. So Frostbite, Roiling Vortex just to beat the Claudus, I think. Yes, Chandra. Do I want Leyline of Combustion? I don't think so. They don't have like enough things to target. Eidolons against ramp decks, I don't really like it. Got a Toralf. Actually, Toralf could be good. I have to cut 3 other cards. Do you have like a lot of cards that do the same thing? Maybe it's just Chandra. Like Chandra could be good. It really depends on which way the game goes. Yes, just cut all the bigger threats. So 1/1/1. 1 Toralf, 1 Torbran, 1 Chandra. Right like that. Okay, that's pretty good. Removal, Soul-Scar Mage, Torn 2 Vortex. Pretty good hand, 3 lines. Oh, nice. Bonecrusher is like one of the best card in the matchup. Or both of us. This is super powerful card. Kill our creatures, like these small creatures, and then just have a very good threat. Okay, that's fine. So I think rather than play the Stomp, I'm going to Frostbite and play Roiling Vortex. So that way, if they have a turn 3 Claudus, we already have the Vortex on the field. Oh, they're splashing blue? Or what? Which card? So here, Fumarole would be good. Oh, that's fine. So we can just go Frostbite, Stomp. Attack for 3. We just had a really good hand, honestly. Hard for my opponent to beat it on the draw. And I think my opponent doesn't have their red source, so this might be this might be the reason they're not doing much. Toralf. I think I just attack first, see if they want to block. No blocks. Yeah, just one. I'm gonna let them have their ooze for one turn. Might be wrong because they're gonna grow it like to a 6/6. But I just want to go wider than them. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 cards in the yard, so they can go to a 5/5. Now let's see if they want to block. Maybe they feel more confident about blocking this time. If they don't block, they're just dead, honestly. Yeah, that's lethal. Lightning Strike face is exactly 8. They double block, sure. So now we can go Frostbite on Ooze. Since we don't have much, like, I don't think I'm going to Lightning Strike their face, so let's just use our Vortex, preventing 1 life. Stubborn Denial. Was not expecting that. Sure. Wow, that was a huge mistake then. Oh my god, I just got wrecked. Okay. Wow, I was not expecting Stubborn Denial. I guess that's like one of the cards they're splashing blue for. Damn, that was so bad. That was really bad on my part. We should have like an easy win, but then I screwed up so much. Yeah, this ooze should be dead. Like, I should have just killed it with my Lightning Strike when I had the chance. Now there are no creatures in the yard, so can take our time. And eventually the Roiling Vortex is gonna do its job. Just kill the opponent, kill the player that has less life. But yeah, I think I just screwed up the game. If I lose, it's totally my fault. Yeah, well, maybe I should have predicted that they would have the Stubborn. Just didn't think about it. So, let's see. Let's say they have another Stubborn, because that could be a thing. I cannot really attack if that's the case, so I think I'm just gonna play the Chainwhirler and pass. Because my opponent has a big creature, but they can't really attack. Because they just die, they just are dead on the swing back, so just gonna say go. And we didn't see our fourth line. It's been a while. I think I started my opponent hand with 3 lines. I just didn't draw a line of all the game. Yep. Okay, nice. Now what do we do? They're tapped out. So now I think it's the best time to attack with everything. So if we attack with everything, they're gonna block this, We Lightning Strike the use. We lose our Chainwhirler. Actually, we can Lightning Strike face and win the game. Yeah, we can. If they block this, we Lightning Strike face, they go to 3, 2, +1. They're gonna try to eat one of them. We can prevent the life gain. They're gonna try again. We can prevent the life gain. Actually, they would be at 1 life because they can do it 3 times on the same creature. Maybe the best play is just to play Toralf and pass. That way no creatures goes in the graveyard. I think I'm gonna do just that. Play my Toralf. Next turn we're gonna have a better board to swing with our creatures. I don't think I'm missing lethal here. Unfortunately, yeah, my opponent would be at 1 life. And they would still have their Ooze and their Steel Leaf Champion, so they could just kill me on the swingbacks if I do this play. Like, I just can't do it. Actually, next turn, we can play Roiling Vortex and strike face, and that's just lethal. No creatures are in the yard, so we can just win like that. Oh, they found the red source. Okay, things might change here. This game is like so much closer than it should be if I just lightning strike the ooze like 3 turns ago, or I don't know how many turns. Alright, Lava Coil my Toralf. So that way it does not go to the graveyard. So actually that is actually relevant. Torbran is fine, but we can't really cast it. Actually, yes, we can. We can go Torbran, swing with everything, and they're just dead. Unless they have Aethergus or something. But I think their blue is just like for stubborn. I think it's just safer to go Roiling Vortex, go. Or just Roiling Vortex, swing with everything, Lightning Strike. Oh, I think they do have a stubborn or some sort of counter spell because they're thinking about it. Does resolve. Once again, I could go for the all-in swing, but eventually the Roiling Vortex is gonna do its job, so we just have to pass. It's safer this way. And we can go end of turn, Lightning Strike, or just upkeep Lightning Strike. Yeah, I guess we can just upkeep Lightning Strike. Probably better before they draw their card. And next turn, if they're not dead, we can just play Torbran. Damn, this game. Yeah, they did have the stubborn, so I'm glad I didn't go for the last line. So they use their blue mana. That means they won't have Aether Gust. And Torbran should finish up the game. They stomp my Soul-Scar Mage in response. That's fine. So they can eat, go back to 4. Yep, they eat it, go back to 4. Okay. I think it's just safer to go for Wild Slash now. Because I can activate this if they have a removal spell. But just Wild Slash, pass turn. Because let's say they have a instant speed removal spell for Torbran. We're not winning, so... But now they need to gain some life and have this, so... Three mana. Target creature can get +1/+1. Fights a creature you don't control. Yep, that doesn't do anything. Alright, they just wanted to show me Timber Charm. Okay. Alright. Sorry for this game, it was quite long. I think on the draw I'm gonna bring one Torch of Defiance. And pretty much because I saw their removal spells, Lava Coil, so I'm gonna do that. Go like that. This game was too long for the time it was supposed to be. Right, we have 2 lands, 2 Rolling Vortex. We have 2 removal, Soul-Scar Mage. I think that's fine. We could like not draw our lands, but I think even if we don't draw a third land by turn 3 or 4, we're still fine. Okay, we're gonna kill that for sure. Okay. Okay, double Heart's Desire. I guess I just play Rolling Vortex or I play Soul-Scar Mage. I'm not going to kill a creature with my Frostbite anyway, so I think I'm just gonna hold them for now. See what they do first. I really hope I can top deck a Chainwhirler. It's like really our best top deck by far. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna play Soul-Scar Mage and pass turn. Well, okay. Attempt to Wild Slash. And Frostbite. Lava Coil gets our Soul-Scar Mage. And we're gonna take 2. So here we really need a Chainwhirler. Just get rid of those humans. Come on, top deck, top deck. Wild Slash, okay. I think we play Roiling Vortex. Probably gonna use Wild Slash on one of them. Roiling Vortex might just kill us, honestly, if we're not careful, because they do have more pressure than us on the battlefield. We don't have anything, so... Yep. I guess we let that resolve. Bonecrusher is pretty good. So I guess I'm just gonna pass and Stomp and Wild Slash. Should probably do that at their upkeep. I'm really scared that they could have Stubborn, but I think I don't really have a choice. That way, if it resolves, this won't be able to attack. No! God damn it. Okay, now we're in big trouble. So we take 6, and then we're just dead from the Rolling Vortex, so we just lose. Yep. Stubborn Denial, just really hard for us to beat, just very good card. It's not gonna do it. Alright. Yeah, maybe I should not have played the second Rolling Vortex. I think it was probably a mistake. But if I managed to kill the second human, I think we could have been good, because we could have played the Bonecrusher afterwards. Wow, that's a lot of burn spells and lands, but that's pretty much what our deck is, so... Do we keep that? Guess we try the top deck. I just like having 4 lands, and then we can just top deck our Chandra and stuff, because in the early turns we already have stuff to do. Bonnet Mulligan's the 5 also. Mm-hmm. So my opponent's pretty much telling me they're a control slash land deck. Or saying they had a 2/0 lander and a 26 land deck. So our hand means our hand is really bad here, and we drew another land. Oh, we're playing against, is it dragons? Oh, nice. It's a nice draw. Alright, well, opponent just cycles their Shark Typhoon. I'm guessing they want, what did my... I just wrote Scape Shift. Scape Shift? Okay, so opponent just cycles Shark Typhoon. I'm guessing is just for trying to get a third land, which they don't. That's good. Unfortunately, we draw ourselves a land, so we drew not exactly what we were looking for. So my opponent could have a counter spell, but usually their counter spell is double blue. So let's just slam the Chandra. Try to finish the game. I think their only counterspell, or one of their only counterspell, is the 2-mana counter target spell unless your opponent plays one, but if you reveal a dragon, it's just counterspell. So Chandra. Honestly, I don't have much for this matchup. I think the matchup is fine. Just gonna cut like one Frostbite. They don't have any planeswalkers, they only have creatures. Okay, 2 lands, 2 Bonecrusher, it's pretty good. So I think that's a pretty good hand. I'm just gonna hope I can draw some lines. Nope, no lands. Please, at least a third land before turn 3. That would be nice. Oh, they don't have blue. Nice. So we're pretty much good to go, even if we don't draw a 4th land for now. They just say go. Interesting. Let's try to stomp them. Not sure if they want to counter this, but just try it. Okay, that's fine. Don't really care about it. Let's play Chainwhirler pass. Put just some pressure on the field. Can't speak today. Opponent ups. I'm guessing they want to try to get a fourth land because main phase up is usually not what you're looking for. Alright, they show us Goldspan and they Dragonite Roar us. Let's just play the Chainwhirler past turn. This is pretty good, honestly. It's like a Searing Blaze if you reveal a dragon. I think their deck is really cool. I might play it sometime. Let's play Soul-Scar Mage past turn. Put Aetherga. I'm just gonna put it to the bottom. I just want to draw a fourth land for Toralf. I'm gonna play their Goldspan. So let's hope they don't have a counter spell. Let's double Wild Slash. So they're gonna make 2 treasures from this. Guessing they have one, if they are pausing. At least we have another Wild Slash and Stomp, so even if they have a counter spell, we're still fine. We're gonna make another treasure. Fine. Okay. So I think I'd rather kill this than do anything else. I'm just gonna try to Wild Slash, see if it works. Have another counter. They Wild Slash in response. In response, I'm going to stomp their face. Well, now I think we're good. If they don't have a counter. Yep. So getting there for 3. They're down to 1 card. We have Bonecrusher and Toralf. Things are looking good. Hello, opponent. Uh-huh. Okay. What do you have for me? Take through time. Okay, that's pretty good for them. So they might get back into the game, depending on which card they get. But I'm thinking about like Glorybringer could be very rough for us to beat if we don't draw a burn spell. Why are you doing this before I untap? Like, why You should have done it on your turn. Whatever, I don't really care, but okay, so let's just play our god. So right now we don't have any burn spells, or Toralf is not looking that good, but if we draw one burn spell, we can kill the Bonecrusher and go face afterwards. If it's like a Tundra Fumarole. Or just a mountain. So I'm gonna play my Bonecrusher. I think I'm just gonna say go. I'd rather not trade with their Bonecrusher for now. We're just gonna say go. They stomp our face, sure. They play their Bonecrusher, sure. Alright, Lightning Strike. Sure, I'm just gonna attack with my Bonecrusher. They're probably gonna block. Yep. And I'm just gonna kill the other one. Take 2. So we're only down to our Toralf, and they could top deck like a Glory Bringer, and we just lose on the spot. But at least we won game 1, so. Stomp our face. So they drew 3 Bonecrusher, which is like one of the best cards in the matchup. Pretty rough. Chandra is really good, so I'm just gonna play Chandra. And I'm going to start attacking, so deal 4, 1 to face, and tag them for 5. Bring them down to 2, so we have Ramunap Ruins lethal next turn, even if my opponent kills the Chandra. I don't know what my opponent can do, even with a dig through time. Yeah, we need to get like some sort of life gain, but they're playing Izzet, so there's like no chance they can win. Counter ability with Tail's End. They could counter my Ramunap Ruins ability. That's one way. And they just concede. Sure. Nice. So I'm fine with a 3-2 for this deck. Yep. Nope. Wrong. Okay. So this is the list, if you were curious and you were not there at the beginning. Of course, this deck is a bit clunky against certain types of decks, but I think it excels against other types of decks, notably like small to medium creature decks. So I think it's good against a big portion of the Pioneer metagame, but unfortunately it's also pretty bad against another portion, which is like Yorion decks and control decks. But you can beat them, you can beat the control decks. You have like Chandras, you can get there. It's not unwinnable. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the list. If you like this list or just Pioneer, you want to see more of this brew, I'm probably gonna play more. And I'm probably gonna try another Mono Red Pioneer deck. I'm really having a lot of fun with this archetype. Like not very aggressive deck, but it's like a prison Mono Red burn deck. Because you have like cards like Eidolons and Torbrans, Burning Earth, Leyline of Combustion, Roiling Vortex. A lot of cards that punishes your opponent for doing stuff pretty much. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think gonna be it for today. I might play tomorrow because this week I'm on the break from school. It's like a week where you do your homeworks and stuff. So that's pretty much it for today. So everybody that was in the chat hanging out with me, I really appreciate it a lot. I'll see you next time. Another Pioneer or Modern video, or maybe just a Twitch live if you guys like to hang out with me. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll see you next time. Bye bye.